What's up, guys? Welcome to my review of the Ecobee Smart Wi-Fi Thermostat. This is the Ecobee with voice control. Hands down, this is one of the best thermostats that you can get, and I'm going to go over how to install this, how is it like living with this thing after a couple of months, installation, setup, and what you need to do to maintain it. But first off, let's just get this out of the way. You really don't need to upgrade your thermostat unless you're looking to add Wi-Fi control and get more efficiency out of your AC. You really don't need it. But that aside, the Ecobee is a really great product. Sounds kind of weird, I know, because I'm reviewing a product and I'm telling you right off the bat, don't get it. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I highly recommend it, but let's go through the features. Let's first start off with an unboxing, and then I'll go through installing it and how to set it up and get the most use out of your Ecobee. So let's go to an unboxing. You're gonna see my hands in action. But if you get any value out of this review and you like my channel because I'm going over a lot of cool things like tech, please hit the subscribe button. But let's get to unboxing. All right, guys, let's open up this Ecobee and take off the plastic and peek inside. The Ecobee comes in a nice little box, very good finish. It's a really neat package, and this is the Smart Thermostat with voice control, and it has the SmartSensor included. So that's really important. I'll talk to you all about that later. But sliding it open, let's take a peek inside the main box. And you can really reverse these instructions if you really need to return this, so feel free to do that. Anyways, let's open up the Ecobee box, and you'll see inside you have the main unit, which is going to be attached to the wall. There's a protective film on it, on all these things, and then there's a smart sensor right there. Looking at it, it's a really sleek thermostat and has a speaker on the back. We'll put it aside right here. And this is the smart sensor, and has a pull-out tab, but we'll demonstrate how to turn that on and sync that up with your thermostat. It's really important to help you maintain temperature in the house. The package instructions are pretty easy to understand, and it helps you go through the installation procedure and all that that's contained within this brochure packet thing. And how to install it. The wall plate is right there, and stickers for your wires. And it's really a quick start guide that's included in here. And to install your Ecobee. And these stickers, save them for later. Don't give them to your kid because you want to keep these around. But that's a wall plate I put to the left. This is the other piece of the wall kit, and right here you see the stand for your smart sensor, a power extender kit on the left, and other mounting brackets. All right, first off, before you get anything installed, we need to have safety first. Go to your breaker box and figure out what is connected to your AC and shut those breakers off. This is really important for you to do it because this is safety. You don't want power going through your AC or your system. Even though it's not too dangerous, it's a good idea to turn off these breakers. And it's in your instruction manual. Also, go to your furnace switch that's located probably in the attic. Turn it off. And now you're ready to go to your thermostat that's hanging out in your home. Then go ahead and check if anything turns on by hitting the AC and fan on. Then you're ready to go. Pull the thermostat off the wall and go ahead and drill and unscrew all the terminal blocks and just take it off the wall. Carefully take it off because you don't want to strip any of the wires. Make sure if you have stickers, leave them there because this way you'll be able to see it. Route the wires through the wall plate and the holder for your thermostat. It's two pieces. And kind of guess and check and kind of look at how the wires route through it. And make sure the level in the center of it is there. Mark your points where you need to actually, this is where you're going to drill holes. So make sure you drill them and trace them out. And make some pilot holes with your drill. And now you're ready to take off the plate. And go ahead and actually start drilling for the new position. See where those black marks are on the wall? Go ahead and drill it. And give yourself some space because this is where you're going to mount these little anchor plugs into the wall. And what this does is you'll be hammer them in, and you'll be actually pushing the screws in for your Ecobee upcoming. So just hammer them in carefully. And also while you're at it, make sure there's no drafts or air coming back from those wires coming from the wall. Make sure there's no air, because that is a problem for your thermostat, because it'll make inaccurate readings. But make sure you hammer them in. Now bring your wall plate back and screw them right into there. And make sure that level in the center, again, it's like a little liquid with a little bit of a air bubble in it. Make sure that is aligned and level. But yeah, get your screws in, get your wall plate plugged in, and take your screwdriver or your drill. If you're using a drill, just be careful. Do it very carefully, because you don't want to strip the plugs, strip the screws. Screw them in, get them nice and tight. And I use like a cross method where I go up and down alternating, because that way you can evenly tighten it up. They call it like a crisscross method of tightening things. But screw it in slowly, make sure it's level, and then commit to it and screw it in. You're good to go. Now here you're going to see all the connections. So basically you take your wires that are the certain color and attach them to your terminal block. Read the instructions carefully on how to do this, but basically route the wires in, plug them in, and push the terminal block down. And when you feed your wire in, you'll notice that it'll click. So yeah, basically on the right hand side, push it down and push in the terminal plug, and you'll see it screw in and tighten up and come back up once it's linked into the terminal block. The next piece is going to be right after this. So it should kind of look like this, and I'll show you a close-up picture of how the wire should be connected. And I use some tape here just to kind of insulate the C wire. This is how it should look after everything's said and done. I do a little bit of insulation, and then put your Ecobee back on the wall, and you should be good to go. Go back and flip on the thermostat switches, the breaker and the upstairs furnace switch, and the Ecobee should boot right up. Now we're going to go through a little bit of a setup. Let's get started. I'm a homeowner. Next, yes, only the RC is connected. Refer back to your wiring diagram or how you wired it up. Again, this is a picture of how mine is. Notice how it's level in the center and the wires are connected. And it verifies that you did that. I don't have a humidity accessory. This is just a furnace. If you have a boiler, select it. Go ahead, buy thermostat to control. And I just name it my Ecobee or whatever you want to enter on your own. We'll skip the SmartSensor pairing for later and then connect to your Wi-Fi. But I didn't connect it here. You can do that all through your phone, so that's an easy step. All my climate control, basically my temperatures that I like for heating and cooling, you set it up and see how it's easy to glide up and down. This is a really good feature of this because it's just one touch. And enable smart home away. That's basically a good feature to enable when you're not there. It'll cool down or keep it like at a warmer temperature and only cool down when you're back home. This is all the other little settings, timing, central standard, and because this is connected to your router, basically this will give you a lot of good updates or firmware updates that you're going to have in the beginning, especially because you'll notice that your thermostat may go offline a few times because it's connecting and updating, and that can throw some things. But overall, it is a good thermostat. It'll calibrate for a little while, and basically that is all you have to do, and you're good to go. All right, just a heads up, there is a plastic piece on here that's really hard to take off. I don't know if this is a manufacturing defect or not, but what it is you have to kind of go in there and peel it. It's right at the corner. I highly recommend it to peel it off. Don't do the one that's right in the bottom left. That's actually your thermostat sensor, but carefully peel it off. And yeah, it's like a fingerprint kind of thing, but I just take it off just so that thermostat doesn't have that on there. This is the SmartSensor. So basically going over what's in the SmartSensor, you have your instruction manual. And the SmartSensor, the beauty of this thing is it sits on a desk or table or even on your wall plate, wherever you stick it, and just follow the instructions on how to pair it. And it actually allows your thermostat to read other rooms. So if it's cold or hot in certain rooms, this will allow you to get an average temperature of the whole house. So your AC isn't running too hard or running as much as is necessary to cool down the entire house. So you can see where the hot spots and cold spots are. And I'll show you how it works in the app, but this is basically the magnetic stand. Oh, I dropped it. This is a magnetic stand, and that is the The way you pair it is basically you pull that tab out and you sync it up with a QR code. Alright guys, thanks for watching that part of the video of installing it. And just to go through some pros and cons and kind of a review of the Ecobee, just a tip, always keep this instruction manual handy while you're installing it, and but let's get to the review. Basically, the Ecobee is a really great product. A couple of pros about it is you're automating your home, your AC, which is about 50% of your cost of electricity. It's a really good way to decrease those bills, so it's going to definitely save you money. It's connected to your Wi-Fi and internet, so you can control it from anywhere. So you can change the temperature of your house from anywhere. It has good features for efficiency like Eco Plus, which allows you to, when you're not at home, it senses that you're away and turns it down based on your room sensors and occupancy sensors. That little sensor that I unwrapped earlier, that's all part of it. So it's a good package if you have that smart sensor. That's a really big pro, because if you're away from home, you can turn down your AC or allow you to save a lot of energy. So those are some of the pros. It's automatic, it senses when you're there, creates schedules for you, and overall the system is really well set up. And especially if you have the app, it makes it easier. Some of the cons though are that whenever you have settings on your phone or your app, they don't always reflect what's exactly on the screen. That might be on purpose, but your Ecobee has its own set of settings that don't always mirror the phone version of the app. So that's kind of a downside. Sometimes the schedules can change randomly if you put into auto or cool modes, but overall the system is really good. Make sure you have your instruction manual. Make sure you log into Reddit and check out what other people are doing with it, because it's really easy to get lost in it because there's so many settings. But go on Reddit online. I'll put some links at the bottom. But those are really great ways for you to check out how to get more out of your Ecobee. But overall, it's a sleek thermostat. Connects to sensors, automates a lot of the headaches and hassles of AC. So for me, personally, I'm kind of lazy. I don't want to always run upstairs and change the thermostat. And I found out, hey, my thermostat is old, time to upgrade. And when I'm in bed, I can change the temperatures, or when I'm away, I can change the temperatures. So it's really convenient. You might experience some issues with Wi-Fi, so make sure you get a good backhaul or a strong wireless signal. I'm going to make a video later on that, or a short, and I'll link it to you here. But overall, the Ecobee is a great product. It's sleek. Just some downsides and quirks, especially during firmware updates, but 9 out of 10 from me. It's been great so far. Cross your fingers. A lot of people say after a year there might be issues, but I haven't really experienced much. I've had it for about 7 months, close to 7 months-ish, and it's been pretty great so far. And I can't complain. It's got the smart voice control compatible with a lot of home automation platforms. So your HomeKit, your SmartThings, Google Nest, the Google Home automation, all these platforms are compatible with it. So it's a really great product, and I give it a good recommendation. But it's pretty easy to install, as you can see from my video. Please leave a comment down below if you like this video. Please subscribe to the channel, but hope to see you guys on my other videos. And a little later, I'm going to be making a video about the advanced settings on the Ecobee, so stay tuned for that. But thanks, guys. Hope you have a good one.